Hello, hello, hello. Hello everybody, how's it going today? Hope everyone's having a great day. We're here, we're back, and my dumbass forgot to put up my phone. I was even thinking as I was eating my gummy, hey, don't forget to put up the phone. You don't want to forget that, and then guess what I fucking did? Exactly that. Okay, I gotta save that image before I forget. There we go. Okay. Okay. There we go. I'm now mobile. Hope everyone's having a great night. So we're here, we're playing a brand new game. This is Conrad Stevenson's Paranormal PI. I haven't played this. I was just going through some stuff when I saw the other game that they made and saw that there was a bundle and that this was single player. So I really wanted to play it. Wanted to try it out. So I'm not going to futz about too much. We're going to get right into it.
In my youth, I experienced something so terrifying it froze my soul. I was unable to scream or run. I just stood frozen and gazing at a horror that I can only explain as being paranormal. As
I do
time
love a
passed, I
paranormal
was
horror.
able to transform my terror into curiosity, which then turned into obsession. As I searched for answers, I discovered I was not alone with my experience. I was determined to help those folks who retained the fear that I felt. Before I knew it, I was developing a reputation in the field of paranormal research. I developed a website and merchandise, hoping to spread the word and earn a bit of cash, allowing me to pursue this obsession full time. I bought this property to act as my paranormal headquarters. It has more space than what's needed for now, but as I continue investigating, I can grow into it. The goal for my paranormal headquarters is to have a robust merchandise shop and a paranormal museum. I hope the income earned from the tiny shop and museum ensures my business is sustainable. The Paranormal Museum will allow folks to see haunted relics and gain insight on why ghosts inhabit a home or location.
Okay, interesting. If that stuff was actually real, that could be a very useful thing. Interactions. When you approach an object that you can interact with, the hand icon will appear notifying that you can do so. To interact with an object, you must line your cursor up with the object. Once the the crosshair is glowing, press the interact button to interact with the object. For me, it's going to be... What can I interact with?
I should head to my office in the back and check my emails.
Okay, we should definitely do that, but I still haven't seen... Oh, that's right, I toggle.
Spirit, turn on some music.
Okay.
Spirit, turn off the music.
Alrighty.
Yeah, we don't want to have music on because we don't know what that could actually affect. A dull mirror.
I've lived here my whole life, but I still like to look at the map before heading to an investigation.
Yeah, can't close the door.
I at least need my flashlight before I take off to investigate.
Okay, where the friggity frack's your flashlight, motherfucker?
I should check out my gear to ensure everything is working correctly and charged.
I have messages. Let's see. Toggle the flashlight on and off with one or right click, because I changed the button. A trusty battery-operated flashlight, which, funny enough, I know I changed it to F. Because we prefer to investigate at night in the dark, this is our primary means of light. Okay, it works. Camera. A full, or an HD full spectrum camera with night vision. This ensures we are able to capture the most subtle materializations. Investigators are encouraged to take as many photos as needed, but they will only need to update their notes when a photo of something paranormal has been captured. Some investigators believe that darkness can enhance a ghost's ability to manifest. Okay. Okay, let's see. It said E to... I know it said E. Okay, because it's using default. Okay. So it's right click now. Okay, so I will constantly have 5 slots. I'm not going to be going around dropping things. Can I even drop things? Yeah, I can drop things with V. The audio recorder. A common digital recorder. Unlike the industry standard, we do not leave this device on all night. Our investigators will turn on the recorder for 5-second intervals. Record audio is the default buttons. Some ghostly sounds, such as distant bells or chimes, may not be captured with the recorder, but are obviously signs of paranormal activity. Investigators may choose to perform an electric or electronic voice phenomenon session, or an EVP. In these sessions, they can ask the spirit specific questions while leaving the recorder on momentarily. They will then immediately play the audio back, determining if a disembodied voice was captured. This type of evidence is more convincing than other paranormal noises because it is a direct interaction between investigator and ghost. Perform EVP session with E. But I don't have a mic, so let's see how this works. Oh.
Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me?
Okay, that's actually kind of cool. Okay, pick up the next one, the EMF. EMF is pretty standard, I'm assuming. A meter for detecting elevated electromagnetic fields. Because every electronic device emits EMF, it's imperative to take notice of a location's devices and not jump to any conclusions. This is done by debunking. Once you have spent enough time reviewing the anomaly and determined it is not paranormal, it will be debunked. Once an investigator has found an EMF anomaly and spent an adequate amount of time reviewing it, they will update their notes on the investigative journal. Oh, that's cool. Was it the phone? I don't know what's causing it. Oh well. Last thing is the thermometer. Oh, the temperature sensor. A handheld sensor for detecting cold spots. After an investigator has found a cold spot and determined its boundary, they will update their notes in the investigation journal. All locations have natural fluctuations in temperature, so it's key to take a baseline reading. Based on the user's Based on the user's preference, temperature units can be changed from Fahrenheit to Celsius. Celsius, the only proper temperature. Okay, apparently I have a bunch of batteries.
I feel like I should take more notes before heading out.
Let's see. So the only places that we have are here, here, and here. I don't know, I can visit those, but I can't visit the bluffs. I wonder why. I'm assuming this is going to be the easiest one. Maybe this one. Check your inbox to see if you received an email inviting you to investigate here. Oh. Before Conrad can visit a location, he must first be invited there. You will need to check your email regularly to see if you have any new invitations. While reading an email, you use your mouse or controller to hover over key points of the email and add them to your notes. Selecting clues to focus on is critical to having a successful investigation. Without properly focusing on specific clues, you may not be able to acquire proper evidence. You can view your notes while operating the PC by selecting the Notes tab. These notes will also be available in your notebook, so you'll have them handy while investigating a location. You may only have 6 topics of interest in your notebook per investigation, so be sure to select them wisely. You can always return later to focus on a different matter. Okay. Evergreen Lane. Okay. Somebody voice. Alright, let's try to read this over pro. That's a lot of stuff. Let's see. Dear Conrad, my family and I moved into our a dream home on Evergreen Lane. Shit. About a year ago. It's an old family farmhouse without the rest of the farm property. The home has been renovated many times over the years, so it has a fresh and inviting feel. Unfortunately, however, my husband and I are convinced the home is haunted. I believe I was the first to experience anything supernatural. I began hearing odd sounds like footsteps coming from upstairs. I think that's important. While I was home alone on the main floor, my husband would tell me I was just hearing things until he had an experience himself. He was in the garage a few months back and swears to have seen a man of average build suddenly appear. Oh, God, I'm yawning so much. At first he thought someone had broken into the garage, but when he made eye contact with him, he made a violent choking sound and vanished. Since then, my husband has been more sympathetic to my concerns. Okay, so violent choking sounds is important. Recently, we've started catching glimpses of a shadow moving out of the corner of our eyes. Once immediately after seeing the shadow, I heard a sinister, disembodied voice. I don't know where the shadow's coming from. Our youngest children, who share a room, state that they have an imaginary friend who is a child about their age. Initially, we thought this was just an imaginative play, but as we are experiencing these oddities, I'm fearful that they are connected. We've also experienced kitchen items being thrown about. Sometimes we simply hear a ruckus from the kitchen, but other times there is a mess to be cleaned up. On one occasion, a jam jar mysteriously shattered on the floor. I went to grab a broom to clean up the mess, but when I turned back, the mess vanished and everything was put back into its place. It doesn't seem like we are in any danger, but these events have our family all shaken up. Can you please help us? I know you'd prefer to do investigations overnight, so we'll make arrangements to ensure the house is available. I look forward to your response. Thank you in advance, Tammy Wentz. I think the shadow. Okay, I got no junk mail. The wiki is a vast repository of information that will provide insight into many different topics pertaining to ghost hunting in New Edelion. This repository is divided into different categories: home, location, spirit guide, demonology, and tutorials. The information within the wiki cannot be modified by the player and is intended to expand on the lore and history of the game's world. Additionally, you are able to take notes on certain areas of your wiki, or of the wiki. You may only have 6 topics of interest with it written in your notebook per investigation, so be sure to select them wisely. The homepage is the wiki welcome page and will have any new information that the New Edelion paranormal investigation may find interesting. Locations will have historical information about key areas within the property. You may be able to take notes on these areas. Collecting this information will increase your chances of having a successful investigation. The spirit guide describes each type of spirit that can be encountered. Each type of spirit has specific qualities and evidence that can be collected from them. Demonology is the study of demons or beliefs about demons and their hierarchy. This section defines demons and their history. Tutorials outline the entirety of the paranormal investigation process and how to be successful in your business. Okay, so that's the lighthouse. So there's residual ghosts, intelligent ghosts, poltergeists, and demons. I mean, it almost seems like we're dealing with at least a residual and a polter. Uh, Starts quietly and gradually. Okay. No, it's not a polter then. more than likely we're going to be dealing with a residual. So let's focus on this one. Residual ghosts are common spirits who act out the same event over and over, unaware of their surroundings. Well, maybe not. Paranormal investigators are under the impression that these memories are tied to specific events of the spirit's previous life. For unknown reasons, these memories have been imprinted on the world and replay play at unpredictable moments. Because these spirits are unaware of the world around them, experts believe they cannot intelligently interact with their environment. This may be why unexplained sounds are usually heard during hauntings and EVPs can never be obtained. I mean, if they have an imaginary friend, then it's probably going to be an intelligent ghost. Let's see. Alright, so there's a lot of stuff. We got our notes. We know where we're going. We wasted basically half an hour reading. I wouldn't say wasted. We learned some stuff.
It seems like the Wentz family isn't worried about their safety, although it does seem like they're pretty startled when experiencing something they think is paranormal. I'm sure I'll be able to find enough evidence to support their claims and put their minds at ease.
Oh, that hurt. Well, let's hope. Well, I mean, the only thing to really do is start looking for cold spots.
Did I become afraid of the dark? I should turn this light off.
I mean, it's very counterintuitive to start turning off the lights. So let's focus on the first floor. That leads outside. Okay, so far no temperature difference. A nice 20.7. Yeah, I don't know how to play it back, so should have done the tutorial on that.
Okay, I captured a ghost on film.
Display profound evidence. Okay. It actually came from here. Got a little bit of a cold spot here.
Nothing paranormal about these temperature readings.
Oh, definitely much colder over here. Holy shit. Okay, I see how this works. Okay, let's do some EMF. Is it possible it's coming from downstairs? Yeah. Yeah, right here.
Looks like this is a normal EMF reading.
Is it?
These lights are acting funny. I should continue investigating. The EMF meter should not behave this way. This is paranormal.
Okay.
Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me?
Alright, let's see if we get anything.
Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me?
No, nothing there.
Is there anything you'd like to tell me? Is there anything you'd like to tell me? Can you tell me your name?
How are we gonna do this?
Can you tell me your name?
We're not currently getting any EVP.
These temperature fluctuations appear to be normal.
Oh, in there, maybe. Might find some places. Yeah, that leads outside. I wanna go down here. Where I wish to be.
These temp readings are unusual.
Okay, we're getting somewhere. Weird that I can't open that door. Okay, turned off the light. Valuable piece of information will be added to the archive database. Yeah. That's the only cold spot I found. Even then, I'm pretty sure it's just because the ghost was there. Fuck, it disappeared. Maybe move to the stairs? Or potentially up here? No? Definitely gotta be something down here that I'm missing. Yo.
Something is going on here. These temperature readings are definitely paranormal.
Okay, I got an achievement for that.
I'll keep that as audio evidence.
Go. That one's just staying on. Oh, because I didn't press it.
Why are you here? Why are you here?
I don't think we're gonna get an EVP. This seems like a residual ghost.
This photo with the recorder evidence supports a poltergeist being present.
Oh, really? That's actually interesting.
I'll keep that as audio evidence.
Right. Now I need to keep listening for audio evidence. Didn't know we could go in here. This is kind of neat. I got one like that. Well, I don't have one. My parents do. Just gonna keep running around looking for shit.
Ooh, that is eerie audio evidence.
Yeah, I don't know what was just picked up.
That was a very unusual noise. I'll keep that as evidence.
Looking for more evidence. Back upstairs.
Ooh, that is eerie audio evidence.
I mean, we've almost got that bar filled, so whatever that bar means, we're getting there. Upstairs kitchenette. The only thing it's missing is a dishwasher, but you got a sink. It's fucking stove and oven.
That was a very unusual noise. I'll keep that as evidence.
Kids have talked about him in here. Starting to hear things.
That's extraordinary audio evidence.
That's fucking creepy is what it is.
That's extraordinary audio evidence.
Ugh. Silver, are you here? Still getting some audio evidence. There hasn't been any more to take photos of.
I'll keep that as audio evidence.
Now, I don't know if something was thrown or not.
That's extraordinary audio evidence. How rare to take a photo of a ghost.
The achievement I just got. Oh, okay. Okay. I have evidence of a ghost. Yeah, EMF readings, temperature readings, audio recordings, and photos taken. I got some good points. I mean, I do good. I do good. What can I say? Oh, I didn't realize it was Survivor. I would have caught it. Inbox. Alright, Conrad, I moved my family into our new house 6 months ago. Since then, they claim to experience strange things that cannot be explained. Seems like they are growing in the belief that our home is haunted. I personally have never experienced anything that makes me believe in ghosts, but my wife and kids have a laundry list of... Okay, crying in the living room. Talking to themselves in law, okay. Okay. But I'm actually feeling a lot more tired than I thought, so I am going to call this here. I know this was incredibly short. Tomorrow I should be able to stream longer because I don't have any obligations, so I do hope everybody enjoyed. Again, I apologize for this being so short. I'm just going to report this person. Five views block, and then ban. But I hope everybody enjoyed, and I'll be back tomorrow or later today, depending on where you are, for some more.